Leave it up to Steve, but for years we've struggled with the idea of hiring our own chefs versus having someone that we could work with that is in the actual business of catering, because it's always been an aside for us. So it was a real pleasure to find Steve. He lives right close to the point, so he can help us manage the place well. He's got a great catering business that's been built up probably over what, Steve, 10, 15, 20 years?
Yeah.
So he has a great name and a reputation that we can count on for good quality. And as you can see from the facility here, it's a wonderful place. It's kind of a little bit of a secret for most people, and that's why we were holding the ribbon cutting today, was to announce this partnership together that we've formed so that Steve can do most of our catering for us. And not just for weddings, but for all kinds of events. And it's just a great marriage, because he's got a nice place on the beach, but many times might need a facility where it would require 200-300 people, and this facility is large enough to do that. So he can still hold events at his place, and I think he welcomes that. But
Yeah.
That's what we're going after, is business meetings, weddings, birthday parties, anything you can think of. And so
I think the beach doesn't have a facility like this. Okay, this is kind of unique. Country Southern is kind of what my vision is and what I see. The facility, as you see, is first class. It can accommodate smaller parties in each of these individual rooms, or you can open it up. And Keith, I think you said you can handle 200 inside.
just seated, really.
Just seated.
If it's a buffet, you can hold a lot of people in here.
And then on top of that, Keith owns 2 tents that are 30 by 60 that can be erected outside off of the patio, and the patio has a nice fireplace on it and has tables outside, but we can add an additional probably 200 people outside.
Yes.
In addition to this, with a full bar inside. I think that corporate meetings down here on the beach, and we all depend on tourists for our livelihoods down here, the corporate side of things I think is untapped. Okay, I know I do a lot of events for corporate parties who come into the beach from DC or Baltimore or Philadelphia, and they'll rent 2 or 3 houses and struggle to get their groups together to find a facility where they can do everything. And here we can combine golfing, they can get a golf package, do their banquet, and make it a fun experience.
Those are good points.
On the beach.
Yeah. And this is what we affectionately refer to as the tree house. It's got a 200-year-old oak tree in front of it, and it's just an old farmhouse that we restored to its original condition. It had a tin roof on it, just like it shows now, and it was yellow and all that. So we'd be glad to take anybody out there, but it's a great facility for, say, a wedding ceremony. The bride would go in there with the bridesmaids, get dressed, get ready. People can come out there, park out there, or we can take them out there via some other method. We had the trolley.
The Outer Banks trolley here for the Wedding Association had the meeting out here a couple of weeks ago.
So we can take 35, 40 people out at a time in that trolley, and they kind of really enjoyed getting out there to see that facility. But it's a great way to do everything all in one place. You can have the wedding ceremony out there in a private spot, and then everyone just come here in 2 minutes, and then the reception right here. So it works really well for that.
I know marketing a facility on this side of the beach, on this side of the bridge, is very tough. Okay, and that's kind of why we wanted to involve the chamber, and we're doing an open house in October. October the 2nd, we have both Currituck Chamber and the Dare County Chamber coming together, and we're going to host an event here that night. Okay, on October 2nd. So we want to invite all of you there, and we hope that you can get the word out for us, because it's very hard to market it. We have come up with new logos. If you look on some of this material, this is the Good Life and the Point, okay, on the material. That shows that there's a very strong partnership between Keith and the Good Life. We're here to make this thing work, because I believe in it. I think the facility is first class. I think Keith and his children who are here to run the facility do an excellent job, and I don't think that this facility has to stand behind anybody on the beach, okay? And the fact that we can do the numbers that we can do out here speaks volumes, I think.
1, 2, 3.